This movie is so funny. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this. Even though I've lost my voice, it still works. Katie thinks she's being haunted by a ghost. Micah.
A biblical name. Micah.
Yes, this is how it is generally pronounced in English. Micah.
Wants to record it, so he buys a camcorder to set up in their room on a tripod.
Well, hopefully once we get on camera, we can figure out what's going on. Once we know what's going on, we can react appropriately. And if it's one of those neighbors, one of those kids,
go from there.
He does this instead of getting security cameras, even though it's 2006 in this movie. He just gets one handheld camera.
You believe me, right?
yeah, of course.
And he's creepy with it. He's a creep in this movie. And in Paranormal Activity 2, which is the prequel, he's a creep in that one too.
Kiss the camera. What do you?
I'm not kissing the camera. What is this?
I just like your feet. They're sexy.
So night one, the ghost puts her keys on the floor.
My keys are in the middle of the floor.
Where do you leave them?
I left them on the counter.
She comes downstairs, she's like, did you put my keys on the floor? And he's like, no, maybe it was the ghost. They decide to invite a psychic to their house.
What's your life like? What's your relationship like?
It's good.
It's good. Well, that's...
She tells the psychic that this started when she was 8, that her and her sister would see a shadowy figure. And then the psychic says, it's not a ghost, it's a demon.
And it will, over time, reach out to communicate with you.
He says it will follow them no matter where they go, and it'll just keep intensifying, even though the actress is like 25. So it's already been following her for like 17 years. And it's intensified to the point where now it's putting her keys on the floor while she sleeps. So night 2, he tries to have sex with her on camera. That's what he wants to do. Even though they were just told that their house isn't haunted by a ghost, it's haunted by a demon that has been following her for 17 years and wants her. And if they try to get away from it, it'll follow them, and this whole thing is going to intensify. And then they do have sex, so.
I think that probably was illegal in Kentucky, the 12 states. How you feeling, man?
I'm pretty lucky.
But that night we see a door move a little bit. The next morning, they're watching the footage from the night before, and they take this news extremely well.
The door's freaking moving by itself.
Oh my god.
It's not a big deal. She's totally accepted that there's a demon there, and I don't know what he thinks. I don't think he cares. So they do their first little jump scare thing. The first thing he does is grab the camera.
What are you doing? Come here.
So he goes and he rushes and he finds her, and it's just a spider. She screamed because she saw a spider. That night, before they go to bed, he starts to taunt the demon.
Is part of your master plan just to move the door?
And he's reading about demons. He's reading about them like it's no big deal.
Maybe you're right, which is bad, because demons suck.
He's on night 5, she has a nightmare, and they hear a loud noise. Micah heard the noise, and he doesn't even believe in this stuff, right? He doesn't believe in ghosts. He doesn't believe in demons. He must think it's a person, but he walks downstairs in his underwear, and he's saying, is anybody here?
Anyone down here?
What does he expect to find? And then he taunts the demon again.
That's all you got?
Oh, Mika, stop.
So he decides they should get a Ouija board and try to talk to the demon, even though the psychic said, don't do that.
The entity will sense that you're trying to communicate with it, and that's opening the door, inviting it in.
Later that night, he taunts the demon again before going to bed.
Hey, we haven't had anything interesting happen in a while. Your demon's worthless. You're worthless. Got nothing.
Night 13, there's a loud shriek and a thud. And also I just realized he's sleeping on the side of the bed that's furthest from the door. What are you doing? Like, sleep on between her and the demon. They just go back to bed, I guess. Next morning, Micah says he He was hoping for more action, and he thinks this is cool.
With all that cool stuff going on.
Cool?
Or disturbing.
Oh, so then he starts to try to communicate with it with a mic. He's asking it questions and hoping that the mic picks up on it. He's also doing this during the day, not at night, when all this stuff's been happening.
What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
So the next night, she stands up for 2 hours. And he doesn't sense that she's gone. He doesn't wake up. He doesn't realize that his girlfriend is missing from the bed that they both sleep in. When he does wake up, he realizes she's missing. And he grabs the camera. Why is the camera more important than your missing girlfriend?
Katie. Katie?
Casually looks around the house and then he finds her and she's just sitting outside. She doesn't want to go back inside and he's salty about it.
Mom.
So he goes inside to look for blankets because he's going to go sit outside with her. And he hears a loud thud upstairs. And he decides to go investigate it.
Hey! Who's there? Katie, come inside!
What does he think is happening?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Hey.
He goes upstairs, checks the bedroom. It's just their TV's on and it's playing static. That's it. So the next morning he gives her a hard time.
You don't remember standing there like a total weirdo?
Hey.
Were you sleepwalking or what was going through your
I
mind?
don't know.
I don't
Wait. Did I talk to you?
I don't know, wouldn't call it talking.
Just leave me alone. Go away.
Still kind of like he doesn't really believe her or believe that anything is going on. So then he says, it's just trying to scare us. We just gotta stay strong. Bringing someone else in, it's just gonna make it worse.
Bringing in somebody else, some exorcist or whatever, a lot of times it just gets worse.
Then he taunts it again.
Yeah, right, you little fucker. Got something to say?
Katie is coming downstairs, and she's talking about how she's excited to go out. She's excited to go out and spend time with Micah.
So maybe at his house, go out, hang out with my boyfriend.
And he's like, hey, before we go out, you want to try talking to the demon?
We got like 10 minutes.
And she's mad.
What do? You go out and you get the best looking fucking Ouija board I've ever seen and you put it in the middle of our living room?
But he leaves the camera there. The camera's running. It's facing the Ouija board. So this thing moves around a little bit. And then the Ouija board catches on fire. And then there's no smoke alarms or anything. And then the fire goes out. So even though they were fighting about the Ouija board when they left, it's the first thing he wants to do when they get back.
I think this thing left a message.
I don't give a fuck!
And he does the worst thing that you could do, which is he wants to apologize to her, but he does it with the camera.
Just tell me what I have to do.
You have to turn off the fucking camera.
And then at 1:41 a.m., he asks her if she wants to see what happened with the Ouija board.
Okay, do you wanna know what happened to the Ouija board?
I don't give a fuck what that thing says on the Ouija board.
Of course she doesn't. It's night 17. He decides he wants to do some homeopathic demon catching stuff. And he puts a bunch of powder all over the floor.
If anything walks through here, it's gonna leave a pretty good footprint.
He wants to deal with it, and he doesn't want a quack demonologist in the house. That's what he says.
What do you want to do about it? You want to call it the demon guy?
Yes,
Call it
exactly!
exorcist?
I want to
Quack
take
in here,
care
tell
of
us what to
this.
do.
So he believes in demons, but not demonologists. Like, who do you think wrote the book? The Demon? And they wake up and they find footprints in the powder. Something is in their house. They don't call anyone. They decide to investigate. So they follow the footprints to a slightly open attic cover.
Did you?
What you do?
Tell me you opened that.
Of course not.
And he decides to go up there. She's down here. There's something in their house. He's gonna go up there.
I don't want to be down here by myself.
I'll be right back.
And she's like, be careful.
Be careful.
If something goes wrong, I'm gonna throw you the camera and jump out, okay?
And he puts the camera up there to look around. So then they find a burnt picture of her from when she was a kid.
There's no way. There is no way you found that in our attic. There is no way that even exists.
It's not okay, but they go back to bed.
I'm gonna go clean up this stuff.
The next day, they see the footage of the footprints walking into their room. They're not regular feet. They look like some kind of dinosaur, ghost, big bird, and he still doesn't want to call the demonologist.
Hey, just let's talk about this first. So.
Okay, here's the compromise.
What?
You can have your powder. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't help us, I'm calling the demonologist.
Deal.
Can you look at me and not the camera, please?
No. Deal. Yeah?
Yeah.
Deal.
Tomorrow, I'm making the call.
Their door's still open. They don't fucking care. Close your door so we can see out into the hallway. We can see that a light gets turned on. We hear footprints coming up the stairs, and then the light gets turned off. Why did it turn the light on? Why did it turn the light on? Walks upstairs, turns the light off, slams their door. Micah gets up, he opens the door, there's nothing there. He starts walking around, like talking shit.
Fuck with us? Show yourself!
Like he's gonna fist fight this thing.
Got a problem?
They don't call anyone, they don't leave, and they go back to bed. Next day they hear a loud bang and they find that a picture of them, like a framed picture of them, the glass has been broken.
What the fuck is that? How come my face is scratched and yours isn't? That's all you got? Your demon's worthless. You're worthless!
And she says she can feel the demon breathing on her. And she runs downstairs. She wants to leave. He thinks it's like a prank still, apparently, because he goes and checks behind the shower curtain.
Fucking man.
Did he think that it broke the picture and then hid in the bathroom? It's been invisible the whole time, so even if it's there, he's not gonna see it. And what if it was there? What if it was there? The psychic shows up. He tells them it's so bad that he has to leave right now and that they can't leave.
What should we do? Should we leave? Should we...
Leaving won't help at all. I've got to leave this room right now.
This is no joke.
I will help you, but I can't do this right now.
No.
And he bails. He might be the guy messing with them. Why else would he say that? Can't they go sleep in a church? Could a demon follow them into a church? Can't they call the priest or something? They don't call anyone. That night, plays with their sheets, turns some lights on and off. Somehow, they're both still asleep. They don't even have the instinct to wake up. They've changed nothing this whole time. No weapons, no holy water. Sleep with the lights on. Get some Jesus sheets. Suddenly she wakes up because she can feel it breathing on her. He wakes up and he says, "What's going on?"
Micah.
What's the matter?
What do you think is going on, dude? The next day, in broad daylight, she says, "I can feel it watching me." And he says, "You're freaking me out." So then he finds some random website that has the story of some lady that had all the same stuff happen to her in the 60s.
House burning down and seeing shadows and whatever. God knows.
Katie says she's pretty. Let's focus on the information. The site basically says to call an exorcist, which is the first thing they should have done as soon as they found out it was a demon. Exorcist. Everyone knows that. Later, he wants to talk to her after doing some more research, and she says she has to study.
I'm trying to study.
Like she's in school or something. She doesn't want to talk about the immediate threat in their household. So they get in a petty squabble, and she storms off, and he says,
"Oh, hang out with your friend upstairs."
I don't know how serious either one of them are taking this. And that night, night 20, things do get serious. She gets dragged out of bed, dragged out of the room screaming and clawing at the floor. He chases after her. They manage to get her back into the bedroom. They finally decide maybe we should get a hotel room. But before they can leave, they find a bite, like a demon bite on her.
Jesus.
Then he finds her like sitting down, passed out against the wall.
Hey, you ready to go?
And she's clutching a crucifix so tightly that her hand is bleeding. He gets frustrated and he says he's sick of this. And he yells what sounds like, "Shut up."
Hit it with this shit! Shut up!
Which makes me wonder, like, was there supposed to be demon noises there? Like taunting him? Did they forget to put that in? Then he burns the cross.
Fuck this shit, I'm done.
That can't be the right thing to do. What is he doing? Finally, he decides that he wants to leave.
Kid. Ready to go?
But his obviously possessed girlfriend says she wants to stay in a creepy, innocent voice.
I don't want to leave. Will you stay with me?
And he's like, "What? Huh? What's going on? This is insane."
I don't know what the hell's going on, but this is insane. Fuck! Ah!
That night, they're asleep again. She's been bit. Bring her to the hospital. Call a doctor. Call a family member. Tell the neighbors. Tell somebody to come over. So sound asleep that she gets up and he doesn't wake up. 2 hours pass. His girlfriend is out of bed. The covers are off of him and he doesn't wake up. She leaves the room. She screams bloody murder. Finally, he wakes up. Then silence. Then footsteps. Then his body is thrown against the camera. And she comes in and she kind of hovers over him on all fours. And then she attacks the camera with like morning breath. So that happened on October 8th. And then text comes on the screen and it says on October 11th, the police discovered Micah's body, but Katie's whereabouts are unknown. So somebody called the police. Somebody was involved in their lives somehow. And then where did she go? Is she the demon now? Is she on the lam? Is she avoiding the law? Did the demon take her to hell? Imagine being the devil and your demon is gone for like 15 years. And then when it comes back, it's just got some lady. It's like, where have you been for 15 years, dude? And he's just been simping. Like, wouldn't it be scarier if the demon possessed her and made her kill her boyfriend? And then it just left and nobody believes her? Everyone just thinks she's crazy? Well, isn't that a scarier idea? That you could become possessed by something and kill someone that you love and then it just goes away? And nobody believes you? People love this movie way more than the Blair Witch Project. I don't think it's right. This movie is, yeah. People are like legitimately afraid. Like they find this movie scary. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Thank you for watching. More videos coming soon. Special thanks to my patrons. Emmett is some. Portia Phillips. If you want your name in the credits and a shout out, go to my Patreon. And you can get on here for $1 a month. And guess what? And do some giveaways. Try to get some people to go on my Patreon. First thing I'm gonna give away is this cool shirt. It's a Blair Witch Project shirt. Because Blair Witch, baby. I'm gonna be giving it away to a patron. On Halloween, I'm gonna be announcing the winner of this shirt. Right now there's one active patron. He's guaranteed to win. So all you have to do to get like a 50% chance of winning this size large Blair Witch Project shirt is sign up for $1 a month. You could probably cancel the next month. Be $1. Maybe you win a shirt. Pretty good deal. That's not going to be the only one. There's going to be more coming in the coming weeks. I'll give them all away. A shirt. I'll fucking mail it to you and shit. See you next time. Bye.